this actually might catch two and just leak back.
I think it does.
Okay, so it might, yep. Close to that.
Hammer something.
Extra focus of the players, because sometimes you just couldn't hear yourself thinking, and we needed to like use signs and show what we meant instead of just shouting out a number or like play this hit and roll kind of thing. We had to show everything, so that added another level, I guess, to our game. After that, we've been a little better when the crowd is loud or when you can't hear as
Trevor
well.
Johnson on this one here.
Can't hear yet for Line ever.
No, they like Line. Now does it have the speed? They like the Line. Does it have the speed? They're going hard for Line. You have to get by this top yellow. Trevor Johnson leaning on it. He's by it. Now does it stop in time? Has to stop in time. What a shot from Ryland Kleider. We thought it was maybe the hardest option up from the booth, but that's why we're not down there.
I've stood at the pinnacle of curling and battled in the most intense games.
Out on the ice, there's no room for compromise.
And when the pressure's on, every millimeter counts.
It's not just a game.
It's about maximizing performance,
Pushing limits.
Seizing victory.
When victory hangs in the balance,
I know what I'm relying on.
It's a gold line.
it's a gold line.
It's a gold line.
And it's the choice of champions. Stood at the pinnacle of curling and battled in the most intense games.
Out on the ice, there's no room for compromise.
and when the pressure's on, every millimeter counts.
It's not just a game.
It's about maximizing performance,
Pushing limits.
Seizing victory.
When victory hangs in the balance,
I know what I'm relying on.
It's a gold line.
it's a gold line.
It's a gold line.
And it's the choice of champions.
When it comes to the game we love, having the right gear makes all the difference.
Gold Line's new curling shoes and brooms are a game changer.
The shoes, unbelievably comfortable.
And the brooms, lightweight and effective, giving you control on every sweep.
When I step onto the ice, I'm not just prepared, I look sharp.
Have you seen these shoes? They are a game changer.
And the brooms, light as a feather.
It's a gold line.
It's a gold line.
It's a gold line.
And is the choice of champions.
Final stone. Does he have it? Yes, he does! What a shot! John Schuster! Oh my goodness! A third of a rock for... That would make sense when I did curl.
Well, we got to not kill that. It's got to just be in the catch zone.
I mean, my gut is like hack to board and just roll 3 feet. 2 feet.
Yeah? Yeah, I think it's probably just hack.
You're always touching the 6.
I don't know that this leaves the 4 foot with hack.
Really good spots for Miller.
I think John's in a situation where he needs to send one of the red guards back.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, and it's dead nose and just, it's going to go spinning. This actually might catch two and just leak back.
I think it does.
Okay, so it might, yep. Close to that.
Hammer something.
Extra focus of the players, because sometimes you just couldn't hear yourself thinking, and we needed to like use signs and show what we meant instead of just shouting out a number or like play this hit and roll kind of thing. We had to show everything. So that added another level, I guess, to our game. After that, we've been a little better when the crowd is loud or when you can't hear as well.
Johnson on this one here.
Can't hear yet for line ever.
No, they like line. Now does it have the speed? They like the line. Does it have the speed? They're going hard for line. You have to get by this top yellow. Trevor Johnson leaning on it. He's by it. Now does it stop in time? Has to stop in time. What a shot from Ryland Kleider. We thought it was maybe the hardest option up from the booth, but that's why we're not down there.
I've stood at the pinnacle of curling and battled in the most intense games.
Out on the ice, there's no room for compromise.
And when the pressure's on, every millimeter counts.
It's not just a game.
It's about maximizing performance,
pushing limits,
seizing victory.
When victory hangs in the balance,
I know what I'm relying on.
It's a gold line.
It's a gold line.
It's a gold line.
And it's the choice of champions. And battled in the most intense games.
Out on the ice, there's no room for compromise.
And when the pressure's on, every millimeter counts.
It's not just a game.
It's about maximizing performance,
pushing limits,
seizing victory.
When victory hangs in the balance,
I know what I'm relying on.
It's a gold line.
It's a gold line.
It's a gold line.
And it's the choice of champions.
When it comes to the game we love, having the right gear makes all the difference.
Gold Line's new curling shoes and brooms are a game changer.
The shoes, unbelievably comfortable. And the brooms, lightweight and effective, giving you control on every sweep.
When I step onto the ice, I'm not just prepared. I look sharp.
Have you seen these shoes? They are a game changer.
And the brooms, light as a feather.
It's a gold line.
It's a gold line.
It's a gold line.
And is the choice of champions.
Final stone.
Whoa! Girl! Easy! Whoa!
Does he have it?
Yeah.
Yes, he does! What a shot! John Schuster! Oh my goodness! A third of a rock for... That would make sense when I did curl.
Well, we gotta not kill that. It's gotta just be in the catch zone.
I mean, my gut is like hack to board and just roll 3 feet. 2 feet.
Yeah? Yeah, I think it's probably just hack.
You're always touching the 6.
I don't know that this leaves the 4-foot with hack.
Really good spots for Miller.
I think John's in a situation where he needs to send one of the red guards back.
Oh, baby.
Yeah, and it's dead nose and just, it's gonna go spinning. This actually might catch two and just leak back.
I think it does. Here.
Okay, so it might, close to dead.
Hammer something.
Extra focus of the players, because sometimes you just couldn't hear yourself thinking, and we needed to like use signs and show what we.
Last drop. 8th in. From the tie to Isabella Verano.
Welcome back to the Mattamy Center. We've got more AMJ Players Championship action for you here. I'm Brent Lang, joined by my daughter Isabella Lang. And we've got another all-Canadian battle today, Bella. We've got Team Dunstone coming off a great Briar run and with a disappointing finish against Team Jacobs, who had a great Briar run with a very happy finish. And just coming back from the World Championship, so a slightly different lineup today. For Team Jacobs, the front end not available this week. So they've got 2 spares in Connor Nagovin and Tyler Tardy, 2 familiar names in Canadian curling, but should be a good battle. Here's Team Dunstone. That's an old photo. BJ got cut a long time ago. He hasn't been on the team in quite a while. So Colton Lott plays third, Ryan Harnden is the lead, and EJ Harnden the second. They call him the sheriff, Matt Dunstone, throwing the brick, throwing the final 2 stones for Team Dunstone, having a great year, especially since making that player change. And no disrespect to BJ, but just a dynamic change, or maybe even just a new energy. Who knows what it is? And they've been winning lots of games ever since. So on the flip side, Team Jacobs coming off a tiring month. The World Championships. You got Brad Jacobs, the skip, obviously, long-time great player in Canada. Mark Kennedy, even longer time, been around the block a few times. Brett Gallant and Ben Hebert are the usual front end, but this weekend we've got Tyler Tardy throwing second and Connor Nagovin throwing lead. So should be a battle. Both of these teams looking for the win. Can't afford very many losses in this format, Bella. And
no, you really can't.
There's two pools of 6. It's getting loud in here. But 2 pools of 6. 6 teams make the playoffs. The top 2 of each pool go straight to the semifinal, and the other 4 play in the quarterfinals. So big deal to win your pool. Right now it's John Epping out front in this pool at 3-0. Tied with Team Mowat overall, but they're in separate pools. Team Jacobs 2-1, Team Dunstone 1-1. So a massive game here today, Bella. Who are you picking and why, Bella? What do you know about these teams? Quite a bit, hey?
I know a lot about these teams, I would say. I'm going to take Team Dunstone. I've watched a few of their games, and they look like they're playing fairly well, but so is Brad Jacobs. But as it's a new team lineup, you know, got to get the team flow happening and make sure. But yeah, I would take Dunstone, I would think.
Okay, yeah, and a little bit of a revenge game for them, wanting to make up for that Briar final loss where they...
100%.
Not that they had control of the game, but they were kind of front-running most of the game, and Jacobs came back in the end and took that deuce to win, and then went on to a great World Championship where they ran into a red-hot Team Mowat in the semifinal and lost a hard-fought battle on last rock and ended up winning the bronze medal. So
yeah,
maybe a little lack of energy for Team Jacobs. Do you think they're tired?
Probably. They've played a lot this past month, back to back, and yeah.
So we've got Team Jacobs. We'll start with the hammer, I believe. Mark Kennedy beat Dunstone in the draw to the button. That's how we determine hammer in this one. Right next door, we've got the all-Scottish battle. Team Mowat, Team White. Big game, too, because Team White has 2 losses already. Very uncharacteristic from that team, but that's next door. And then we've got another men's game right beside that. Team Hosley and Team Muscatowitz. And then Team Tiranzoni versus Team Fujisawa, the only ladies game on the slate today. As always, Home Team Live, bringing you more curling than any other network in the history of curling, I'm going to say, pretty much.
Wow.
All 4 games, every draw. Can't commentate them all yet, but I'm not saying we're never going to. But we're even this event on Saturday, we're going to do every single game. Normally we aren't able to cover them all, but this time we are. Every single game we're going to have commentary.
Wow, that's impressive.
So don't go far, Bella. We might need you again. So as I said, Team Jacobs with the hammer. First rock underway. Ryan Harnden, lead for Team Dunstone. They call him Pete.
Really? Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Do you know why?
I do, but I forget. They've just it's been a long time. Like they've called him Pete since they were kids. These guys are cousins with Brad Jacobs. So they're family, Sault Ste. Marie, and they've called him Pete forever. So And I know him and EJ are excited to be reunited. Longtime front end for Team Jacobs, and now have been reunited halfway through the year when EJ was asked to leave Team Gushu, and he politely did and said, I might even find my way onto a arguably better team. And he landed with his brother, and they haven't really looked back. They've been extremely hard to beat. And
yes, they have.
Connection with Connor and Brad. They played together on Team Carruthers last year, so some familiarity there. And then Tyler Tardy spent the 2 weeks at World Championship with this team last week in Moose Jaw. So it is a new team, as you said, Belle. It takes a little while to gel generally, but
yep,
they do know each other. And
100% they know
I would say, having a couple of times come straight to the players from the World Championship, you come in with not huge expectations. You come in here, you know, kind of free rolling, as we would say, not a lot of pressure, and maybe the opposite for Dunstone. They want more than anything to put a big title on the mantle for this team and start some real momentum towards the Olympic trials next year. So Pete trying to freeze this one right on the nose.
And does a pretty good job, just a little bounce.
So Connor going to throw the out turn freeze. Anything in front of this yellow one that's usable will be good. Only one guard, so still a very good chance that that guard's going to get run back at some point by one of the teams. Don't want to be back 4.
No, especially because this is higher. It's top 4.
That's not good, and it's not fine either. We lie to each other out there, but we're going to call them on all their lies.
Yeah. Did you like the call there? Freezing to that top yellow one?
Yeah, I think anything above it that was usable to angle into that yellow.
Right.
That yellow is a dangerous stone, so I did like the call.
Did you like that Brad called it back, once he knew it was by?
He's just making sure he doesn't run into that red one at that point and then roll beside it and leave a huge pocket back button.
Right.
So yeah, it was a heads-up call. EJ trying to tap this one. Needs to get to the nose, though.
And this really needs to curl.
This isn't... Not bad. Went far enough that there's not really a double, but I think you're going to see Brad with an in-turn of 2 lefties on this team, so we're confused.
I know, I'm confused now.
Brad hates leaving center guards. I think this is a great opportunity to throw a freeze on the shot rock and bounce it an inch or 2.
Yeah, wouldn't that be... I feel like that would be a really good outcome.
This is fine, too.
Sorry, what are they playing here?
Just hit and roll into the rings.
Okay.
Kind of jam it into the yellow. Not worried about a double, just worried about getting rid of the center guard and rolling another red one in the rings. So our first look at Tyler Tardy. 3rd stone for Team Cooey. They did not qualify. The first time in a long time.
Yeah.
Since before you were born that Kevin Cooey didn't qualify for the players.
Yeah.
This is curling.
This is curling a lot. Oh.
Hard, Brad. Okay. Hey, not bad. Good.
No, not bad and good are both lies again. Are you keeping tabs or am I? That's 4.
Okay,
4 lies.
I'll keep a tab.
Oh, Ray was perfect.
I mean, it's not catastrophic, but it's not good. Oh, yeah, we're also keeping track of hog line violations, right?
Yep. If anything, wouldn't curl as much, but just a little fresh.
There you can see Caleb Flaxey, coach for Team Dunstone.
Just like the hit and roll.
Line's good.
All good. Yeah.
So just trying to guard this up now. Shot on the button. Tyler's the biggest problem with that is he didn't roll. He left a center guard. At least it's a red one, though.
Got to be top of the logo. We're there.
That is true. It's better now that it's a red.
Keep an eye on Colton Lott here. He's played a lot of games lately. Made another
great spot, EJ. Very good.
Run at the mixed doubles nationals and ran all the way to the title again.
Yep.
Only one team beat him.
This is really thick.
Really? Which team?
Jones Lang.
Oh, right.
Right.
Try this.
Forgot about that.
A lot of good that did us. We couldn't get back to them. They kept going and we fell apart. No, we didn't fall apart. We had a good run, but Colton and Kadriana, back-to-back Canadian champions off to the World Mixed Doubles. Not this coming World Mixed Doubles, next year. Brett and Jocelyn will be off to the World Mixed Doubles, I think, as early as late next week, probably.
Yep.
Curl. Got a curl.
Going to earn themselves an Olympic
got a
berth. Trying to double these off here, but I might have flashed it. That's
Okay.
That's
All right.
okay. All right, 2 more lies.
Okay, we're at 6.
That's like playing with your mom, Bella, and she says sorry anytime she does anything. It's like, you didn't do it on purpose. You don't have to be sorry.
Yeah.
That's the only other shot I see other than guard.
This is big trouble for Team Jacobs now.
Getting in there.
Those are two.
Really good yellow, like in really good spots.
Yeah. Throwing T on your own.
Oh, getting aggressive here. Worried about the yellow, yellow, yellow. Triple, I think, if they guard and Mark makes that.
I still see all the yellows going if I hit that guard a little low.
Mark's going to make all 4, he says. You can hear him. I still see them all going. Like hearing that from the 3rd.
Yep.
Colton Lott, Manitoba Tucker.
Whoa.
So he's played a ton. He's young and fit, though. I don't think he's going to be very tired.
Really hard line.
He did mention he didn't sleep hardly at all last night and wasn't feeling very good, couldn't keep food down. So
that's never
energy
nice.
is a challenge sometimes, but this looks really good. Not quite. Didn't curl enough and didn't pump it far enough. So.
Needed a little more weight there?
No, I just needed to curl more or a little harder, but right now there's just a double and you stay sharp back.
Right.
Pin half, Mark.
But then Colton's going to make the freeze, and
then
I like the run back here. I don't think this gets you a whole bunch. Gets you a shot, which feels good for a second.
And then once the other team makes a nice shot, then you're like, oh, wait, maybe not.
Wait a minute. Now we're going to have to make the run back, and it's a shot later and more expensive if we miss. So.
Yeah.
That was no hog line violation. That was clean.
Yep, gotta go.
Clean. We'll keep an eye.
Keep going. Hard.
This is a little thick, but I think he's going to be okay.
Sit.
Oh, he almost saved the shooter. That would have been sneaky good.
Yeah, now you freeze there, and then you have to play the runner, right?
Yeah, I don't think you're going to see them draw, especially in the front first end.
Yeah.
Careful here with that one back 12.
You can hear Mark say there is a kicker back 12. Like Mark might have, because they're still going to have to make like a triple or something, but.
Yeah.
Okay, little more rope. Line's good. Little more line.
We have lots of line, guys.
Max line.
Tons of line. We got no line.
You need max line. It's Pete's rock.
See, it is Pete.
Yeah, it is Pete.
Pete Harnden.
Really got a curl.
EJ and Ryan's brother.
Got a curl.
This is trouble if this is heavy, Bells.
Gotta go.
It's not heavy.
No. Is that good? Even though it's like not. Is it pretty good?
Well, you can see here on the overhead, there is a little bit of air. There's a better view.
I was thinking like peel weight.
Is it pretty good?
I just think you need some weight to do
Not really. It's okay, but yeah,
if you knows it. Like he's got
Colton's
a double
not
back,
happy,
right?
or he's just got something wrong with his broom. He's got to adjust there.
What did you say?
One of the
Is there like a hack or board weight roll, or is that yellow in the way?
I just think there's not enough speed with hack weight to roll under.
Gotcha.
So I like more weight.
Sure, whatever weight you want.
Normal.
Okay, I like that.
Normal, get by tight and roll under both, and then it's
that
going
would
to
be nice.
Dunstone that has to make the double raise.
Yeah.
So Colton threw good speed there, perfect speed, just didn't get the line, and missed the line by a rock, which is quite a lot.
Yeah.
So lefty in turn.
Clean. Clean. Yep. Clean. Yep. Hard. Hard, Con.
This is getting real
really
tight, Bella.
Yeah, it really is.
Oh.
Sneaky kind of good.
Sneaky, not terrible, but still that freeze there, which is a big problem.
Yeah.
Good throw, Mark.
Sorry, Cubsy.
That got a little.
It did.
Got a little curl. They liked the throw. Even Mark said early, whoa, like he thought he had a little bit back. So first
I heard
end.
that too.
Still guessing a little. And of course, we are going head to head against that Jay Jones curl lady on commentary today. So I can't imagine anybody's listening to her over us.
Yeah.
We'll do the tally.
We're the real professionals.
We'll do the tally after.
Yeah.
See who had better numbers. But still got a chance here for Dunstone. Make this freeze, lock it right on there. And then Brad's got a decision to make. Are we going to draw our way to this, or run back won't be very
Won't be very,
appetizing.
yeah. Needs to be made quite good, though.
Yeah, it needs to be T-line.
Yeah.
Line doesn't have to be perfect.
No. It just needs to really have the right weight.
It needs to be at least a piece buried and above that shot rock.
Hey, curl. Curl.
Line's okay.
Curl. Where is it?
I think the line's good if the weight's good.
Keep going, keep going, keep
It's
going.
heavy,
It
though.
looks heavy, I thought.
It's heavy. This is trouble. That's way too heavy.
Yeah.
Doesn't stay for shot, which is massive. Now Brad could draw if he so chooses and
Yeah, like draw right there and then...
lie too.
And what do you do if you're Matt? Because you don't want to ideally give up 2.
Yeah, you might think, why don't we just hit this back one?
Yeah.
And why wouldn't we hit the back one? What's Matt going to do?
Because it's behind the T lines, and then you can come up and freeze to it. And
Matt's not going to miss that shot again.
Yeah,
He'll just make the freeze and
You
you'll
can
be
give me a
forced.
broom head more.
especially because it's behind the T line. If it was above the T line, you could probably hit it, though.
Sure, totally.
Just because it's behind, then it's a lot easier to freeze to it and have a way better result.
Yeah, I think we want to be full 4.
So do you like full 4 here just above the red one?
Yeah, you want to be buried above the tee line, shot rock, where ideally they can't freeze for second shot.
Okay.
Because if they can't, then I don't know what Matt's going to do here.
Yeah.
He might have to play a draw to the button and try and bury a little bit and make it hard to get out. But we'll see where Brad Jacobs can put this. 2014 Olympic gold medalist, 2025 Briar champ and world bronze medalist in 2013 Briar champ and world silver medalist. I don't know why I know Brad's resume so well.
Yep.
No wonder.
There's not that much to remember, though. He's only won a couple.
Line's good.
Just a couple.
I can't tell you Goose Shoe's resume because there's too many.
It's actually got a curl.
This has got to stop above the tee line.
Yeah, because if this is...
Oh, this is
Oh,
real
boy.
bad.
Oh,
Bad.
boy.
Guys, I just touched this.
Sorry, guys.
That is exactly where you didn't want it. I mean, but you couldn't be top 8 either. You had to be in the 4 foot. So he's rock heavy, and it's going to cost him.
Yeah. Because now you freeze right on there, and he just basically played it. Pretty much the exact same shot, and then how, especially if this is perfectly frozen.
And how is he going to
Yeah,
score,
that's what
right?
I was wondering.
He could make this freeze on about 3/4 of it, and he's going to be on the pin, I think, and then the only real way to score is Brad's going to have to run the center back, but that's scary, running
That's never...
the opposition's color back. So big shot here early for Matt Dunstone, and it's got to give brothers, all 3 brothers, Pete, Ryan, and EJ Harnden.
Yeah. 3 of them.
Give them a chance because they are, as you can see, they're units. They're big fellas, and they're good sweepers, not just big and strong and good, but also smart sweepers. And they've seen this spot 4 times in a row now with Colton throwing it and Matt. So EJ's going to work right away with the lean, though. They're a bit concerned that this is light.
Max line.
Looks like they like it.
Yep.
Again, I don't think lines are going to be an issue if the weight is right.
Yeah.
Bounce on this
'cause
line. Whoa, clean. Clean.
Clean.
Bounce.
Yep. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Can bounce. This line's perfect.
That's a really good shot by Matt Dunstone.
I would agree, Bells. And you can see the problem if you're Brad.
Yeah, now what do you do if you're Brad? Because you never like running in the opposition's color, that's for sure.
Good news is that red one,
See anything else?
Well, I'm
I
just
don't-
wondering if you have to be careful about.
I don't see how that really leaves.
There's never a shot, right?
No,
Like,
there's not. I know.
throwing it
Red is second and third, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
The only way to get shot rock is that yellow one coming back.
Right.
like some sort of tap.
That's got to be a wide hook. Brad throws it too straight to make that. And that's a compliment.
No, I know it is.
I don't see it. No? I don't see it. A little bit of a spinner here. Well,
maybe. Well, if you ever catch the 3
yeah,
here.
you can. You can.
I don't
Other
know that you
options?
can, because that just
This
hits
is
the other.
close.
Yeah, either picks it or touches the red and kills the other.
Right.
But then maybe they're thinking they could get rid of all 3 of those and then this steal of 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is going to be a steal. Like, this is a hope and a prayer. Brad loves trick shots, though. So he's going to throw a spinner, meaning he's going to put a ton of extra rotation on it. And what happens at the end is it'll actually, if you get the weight perfectly right, it can almost come straight sideways.
Yeah.
But then he also has to have enough speed to move this a foot.
Yeah, so this is really hard.
I'm not giving him any chance of making this. What do you think, Bella?
Probably not.
Probably not. You got to pick a side.
He's
yes
not.
or no?
No, he's not going to make it.
Final stone first in. Brad Cupp's looking to make liars out of the Lang family.
That's a lot of rotation.
Really hard to get the line and the speed when you spin it like that, but you got the rotation right.
Yeah.
This isn't that far off, but I think he's way too heavy.
It looks like he gave it a decent push.
About 2 feet wide and 10 feet heavy. You see that rocket when it hit it?
Yeah.
That's the gear effect of spin. That's the real gear effect. But in any event, Team Dunstone's going to steal a point there, and a disappointing start for Team Jacobs. We'll take a quick break, and Bella and Brent will be back right after this. 1-0 Team Dunstone.
Probably.
The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from Saskatoon in December, and the Players' Championship from Steinbeck coming in January. Early bird weekend and full event passes on sale now at gsocktickets.com. Let's rock.
Another button speeds here should be close. That out-turn guard. Nope, my bad. It doesn't curve. Might be the only spot on the shoot right now that might be a little crunchy, but it feels like 15.5 feels on three rocks down the same 15.5.
Back for the live action here. Team Jacobs, Team Dunstone. Looked like for a while, Isabella, that Team Jacobs might get 2 or even 3. Brad,
yes, for sure.
Brad with a chance on his first one that end to make a really good draw and just didn't quite come through. So Dunstone took advantage of his opportunity, and here we are.
Yeah.
So tight center guard for Dunstone. What are we going to see from Team Jacobs here?
I'm thinking a corner guard.
Especially with how tight that one is, I would
right
hope.
On the logo there.
Yeah, right on the corner of the Canadian flag on the AMJ logo. Connor, coach of Team Laws. Wife Selena plays third on that team.
Rate's good.
Unless there's been any changes. I haven't seen them in a little while. They didn't qualify for the players, which would be disappointing for a team with that much talent. It's harder and harder to qualify here. There are only 2 Canadian women's teams, Bella. What are we going to do about that?
A little more.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know? You're going to get practicing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And you're going to do your part.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Shock on.
Perfectly placed. Right on the logo. I didn't see. I wouldn't be surprised if Dunstone throws another center here, though. Or you play the straight come around. Looks like he's...
Yeah, come around.
Come around.
Top 4. Only go if you need.
Top 4 right now.
Just max line here.
Team White. Quick jump on Team Mowat next door. Team White seems to be the only team that can beat Team Mowat.
Go ahead.
They did win the Scottish Championship this year.
So who did? White?
Team White did.
Oh,
Team
wow.
Mowat didn't even make the final, but I was talking to Team White in the bar, and they said, I'm pretty sure that makes us the true world champions. They didn't say that, but I suggested it, and they said, no. But it is an interesting system. One of the countries, Bella, where winning the national championship doesn't automatically get you to the world championship. It's a selection process. It's not just selection, though. There's rules and points and regulations. And
things you have to have.
And
to
according to those, I hate what Mark's doing there. They're the only team that does that.
What does Mark do?
The only time they sweep where they do a long, slow stroke is when it's heavy.
Yeah.
Which screams, the only reason I'm doing that is to slow it down. And I personally, they're not cheating, but I personally think that's against the spirit of curling.
At 14-2.
Now you freeze to that red one at the back.
You might think guard it, but if you guard it, then they make a freeze, and all of a sudden it's like, ooh, they got 2 in there that we can't take out. So by freezing on this, you're closing down the scoring area and eliminating that back red one, at least for now.
Yeah.
Hard line. Back 4.
Back before you were born, Bella, sweeping.
Hard line.
Oh, and I haven't tortured you with all the old games yet, but when you get older, maybe I will.
Yeah.
Keep going.
The only time you swept is if you were light or tight. If it was wide, everybody just watched it.
Yeah.
If it was heavy, everybody just watched it. Now they're constantly sweeping.
Big miss by
Maybe that's
EJ.
why they're stronger.
Normal.
That's not a good spot.
Trying this guy.
Double and roll
Normal,
wide
three
and
quarters.
set up an early deuce here.
Yep.
Ooh, backwards cap.
Yeah.
Is that against the rules?
Is it?
No, not at all.
Whoa, curl.
It's against our business rules at
Clean,
Wheatman. Company
curl,
policy
curl,
says no
clean,
backwards
clean,
hats.
Great. Roll, Mark.
Good
roll.
shot here by Tyler. Didn't roll as far. Oh, didn't make it. Missed the
Okay,
line
good
call a
shot.
little bit, but there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
They're going to get after a deuce here. They're not worried about getting forced here
Like
just yet.
9-5.
That could change.
Like Peel. Probably. 9-5.
Good shot.
Yeah,
But it was
7-8.
No, your weight was perfect. I got a 9-4.
Let's keep an eye.
He's a little gun shy on the line calls on those because of the spin. I can tell.
Yeah. Well,
You can hear Marcus gun shy on the line call because of the spin. Tyler throws a lot more handle than anybody else. EJ, the most intense line caller in curling. I sometimes worry about his head exploding, but I love that intensity out of him and out of a teammate.
Yep.
Great shot there by
Really
each.
good shot.
I love the long roll. Or
See, a lot of teams would just go around the corner guard here for shot. We can see, looks like we might get a... No. Playing the hit and roll, even long roll way over, but a lot of teams would just draw around the red corner guard here.
Why do you think they don't do this?
They just tend to lean towards the hits a lot. It's kind of not their skill. They're good at everything, but
Yeah, they're the best at hitting, I guess.
that's a perfect roll, so what do I know? But now it's behind the yellow one, and that one's coming straight back. Whereas if it was behind the corner guard, at least it's yours coming back.
Yeah, because now they can... Oh, they're playing the freeze.
I think really, if
Or no.
I think why they hit and roll rather than draw so much is they like to keep the blank alive.
Yeah.
Without any stats to back it up, I would think Team Jacobs has blanked as many or more than any other team in the top 12 this year. McEwen would be up there too. It's a good tool, scoreboard management, but sounds like Colton's got this one made perfect.
Really good shot.
Fantastic.
Almost, yeah. Almost perfect. Just had a little roll open, but other than that, it was a really good shot.
Like on the nose?
That's an option.
Or just this way, Mark?
I think that way is the shot.
Like you're in?
Sure.
In turn, you're going for
Yeah, well, I can see it too.
thin 3/4.
So going to end up double and roll off, and then eventually I think Brad's going to have to use that corner guard unless Dunstone beats him around there, even if this is made. You can't go around the corner guard here. You got to deal with something in the middle, though.
Yeah.
Could definitely chase. This one's gone. I heard that's another thing to keep track of, the F-bombs. Those are $100 each.
Oh.
That's $100 for the Ken Cat.
Then I'd be rich.
Ken Cat is Mark Kennedy.
They called clean out of his hand, and then I don't know what happened, but...
There's a little bit more curl on those than I think the players are used to. And they don't always curl. There's a couple of different spots, depending on if it stays on the center line or it's just off.
Okay.
Could be like 2 inches different, and Mark missed that by like an inch.
Yeah, like it wasn't a big miss by any means.
So now it's going to be another yellow guard and trying to dead guard it right at the top of the logo.
This really needs to curl.
It's the second time in a row where Colt's had trouble getting his second one curling. No, that's perfect.
Really good shot.
Little too tight maybe, but...
Yeah, but it was really good line.
Just a little ice, cups.
Out-turn runner, or is that, no, that's in-turn, lefty.
That's, yeah.
And he holds it straight to keep you guessing.
Straight.
It's right in between. Might have planted this one.
Okay, good.
Almost got them all, but leaves the center, but at least it's a red one.
Yep. Now you just draw top 4-ish underneath that red one, hey?
Yeah, and then Brad's going to try and stick that run back. So I don't think they'd be super upset if this stays kind of half open on the wide side.
Yeah.
then Brad, it's a lot harder to make the run back stick. There's nowhere really to draw. If you do bury it perfect and Brad makes a perfect run back, which he tends to do, then all of a sudden Dunstone's looking at an end he's controlled the whole time. He's like, geez, if I don't make a 10-foot runner here, we're going to give up a deuce.
Yeah.
See if Maddie can get the speed right first. Can't be behind the tee line, needs to be biting the forefoot. We're definitely not watching the Masters on the side here, but Sergio Garcia is dressed like Ronald McDonald. Out-turn. They like the speed, but they don't want to sweep it, thinking it's a bit heavy, so this needs to slow down and stop curling.
Looks a bit heavy.
Needs to stay above the tee line. Okay.
That's okay. It's not horrible.
The good news is it's far enough he's not going to play the runner, so it kind of does what the staying half open does. But Brad's going to play a good smart shot here and just kind of tap it back.
Right. To open up the scoring area, right? Is that what?
Yeah, tap it a rock, have shot, and stay right there. And then how does Matt get rid of it with that yellow one behind it?
Right.
But wants to move it at least a rock, because if he just dead freezes,
then it's...
And Matt just kind of plugs this hole between the reds. How do you get another one in there? Because the yellow's still on the button. Like, he has to move it to get shot.
Yep.
So a very precise weight and line shot here. See if Brad can nail the weight. Love the intensity of Cups when he gets in the hack. There's no doubt that he's dialed in. Looks like he's ready to run through a wall or kill somebody.
Okay, well, clean. Line's good. Yep. Clean. Line's good. Yep. A little bit for line. Yep. Line's good.
Bit of an in-between path here, so be a little bit of a guess on speed and line here, because it's a rock inside the draw.
Curl time.
Because you need to throw it harder, and this is plenty hard enough, I think. Well, this looks good. That's a really good shot.
Yeah.
Well managed, good line call, and
what do you do here?
you got to try and pick it out of here.
Okay.
But it's not super easy. I mean, a lot of times you're going to tick it off the back of the yellow.
But it's definitely makeable.
It is, and Matt loves these shots. These guys, I mean, all the top skips love to throw it hard, but Matt really loves to whip it down there, and almost actually, with how hard Matt throws it, you almost can't jam it because you'd have to go through the guard. So
right.
I'm talking myself into this getting easier, Bells.
Yeah. I think it's definitely makeable.
It also looks possible that if he hits it too thick, he kills the two in the middle, his shooter goes over and kills the side one, and we've got the swear word, the blank word. Final stone for Team Dunstone. Looking to hit a third or less, a quarter, an inch would do the trick. In-turn fireball. Whoa's probably a good sign, because I doubt he's going to flash it. That's
really
just
good shot.
Surgical.
And then now Brad Jacobs has a draw for one. Same draw that he just threw.
Exactly, same shot he just threw, and I would expect him to have no trouble here. The sweepers know the path, same weight, Brad says, and we're going to have a tie game, 1-1, I think.
I think so too.
I'll give you one more chance to change your choice. Do you want Jacobs now?
No.
No? Okay.
Who do you want?
Yeah, it looks... Well, you took Dunstone, so I have to take Jacobs. That's how it works.
Is that how it works?
Well, yeah, we can't bet if we bet on the same thing.
That's true. Okay. I'll take Dunstone then, and you take Jacobs.
For your allowance. How much allowance do you get again?
None.
Oh, 0, because you can't bet with minors. Come on, folks. Last shot, second end. Brad Jacobs kind of draw to the button with a little bit of backing.
Clean. Yep. Line. Yep.
Tyler Tart, you got to work this one, but I think they're going to be okay here. It's not taking off. And
yeah, line. Right to it, line. Right to it for line.
we got one red, and we've got a tie game after 2 ends between these two Canadian heavyweights, and we'll be back for more action right after this.
Every day you go new places. A small change in how you do things, or moving your things to a whole new town. or many things to many towns all at once. No matter how small the move, it can be a big leap from where you are now. You've got it in you to go new places. So do we. We go there every day. We're here to help you move to places on the map, in the mind, in the heart, or all three.
Go new places with AMJ Campbell. Contact us at 888-AMJ-MOVE or amjcampbell.com.
Welcome to the Grand Slam of Curling, wherever you're tuning in from. Hopefully there's people from all around the world tuned in for this all-Canadian battle. Team Jacobs, Team Dunstone so far. Pretty well played, and we've got dead heat even at 1-1. If you're watching from overseas, which if you are, you're not listening to us because you got to be watching the Mao White game. These are like the same game, just Canada's version of the Scottish game and Scottish version of Canada.
Yeah.
Two of the, if not the best teams. And I think White just took a 3-0 lead next door. But if you want to watch that game, I will forgive you if you want to go listen to Isabella Rano and Tyler George on the call. Team Muscatowitz up 3-1 on Hosley. They're picking up steam after a bit of a slow start. And Team Fujisawa, Team Tiranzoni, 1-0 Team Fujisawa. So check out all those games on Home Team Live. It's also on Sportsnet, the game we're covering, but I'm going to say ours is going to be more entertaining, Belle.
Ours is a lot better.
Depends what you like. Potato, potato.
Yep, it's true.
Non-stop curling action from the Grand Slams all season long. We're going to be back next year. I mean, we might get fired. You're probably safe, but Home Team streaming will be back. I don't know if any of us are going to make it through the year, but somebody will be here bringing you this action as the Grand Slams continue to grow exponentially, in large part because of the vision of the curling group. Nick Selsky and his team have done everything they've said they were going to do, and it's all worked so far, Bella, and it's backed by not just ideas, but by investment, by dollars.
Yep.
There's no problem money can't fix.
Nope.
Well, there's some, but not when it comes to just honest business.
Not a great shot by Connor.
Don't want to bounce off there, eh? And
yeah.
John said it earlier, and I'm not saying Connor's playing bad, but he's had a couple of half shots, and leads really show up when they don't play well. When they play great, you don't even, it's not that you don't notice. It makes things easier, but when they struggle, and John put it as a lead can't win you a game, but the lead sure can lose you a game. Can make it really difficult, get you behind the 8 ball, and Pete needs to get by here to make Connor pay. Oh, it feather ticked, and that's probably better. Ends up right in the right spot. That was going to over curl. And so you see the trouble that Connor's got them in already.
That's a really good shot.
I'm pretty surprised that center guard's not coming back already. Like, Brad knows they're in some trouble here, but lefty Tardy. Tardy Party. He's coming to Nashville next week. What do you think of that, the All-Star game in Nashville? First ever Grand Slam of Curling All-Star game.
I don't really know what it is.
It's a party in Nashville with curlers.
Oh, wow.
There's going to be I don't know if I'm allowed to say. There's going to be curling. There's going to be curlers. There's going to be country music. And hopefully, when he's coming to the All-Star game, he makes better shots than that, because that's no good.
Yeah, that's really not good.
Yikes, this is getting a little bit ugly now because there's a bit of a pocket they're drawing into. He lined the yellows up.
Yeah, that's really not a great shot by Tyler Tardy.
Tyler, yeah, he won't love that one. A little heavy. But no, there's going to be an All-Star game. There's going to be a bit of a skills competition. It's going to be a Pro-Am.
Fun.
Lots of fun, yeah. At a place called T-Line, which I think you would love, Bella. It's like a rec room like a sporting facility, but it has curling in it.
Oh, that's
kind of
really
like
cool.
a bowling alley for curling with a bar, and
that's really cool.
I've heard a lot about it. It's owned by a former NFL player and his group, and this one's hanging straight too, just straightening up a little bit there, but
that's really good shot still. No?
It's really good, yeah. It's hard to get rid of definitely the shooter. EJ's shooter's in a great spot, but those other two fly.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Tyler's got plenty of power. He gets a lot of his power from the arm. Watch the release here, Bells, how much he extends. And then he spins it too. I don't know how he gets it online with this. No, not a big one there, but a lot of spin, and he set it. Brad doesn't love it.
Curl. All the way.
Curl is never great on a really hard hit.
Very good, Ty. Sit.
Not bad at all.
Call Copsy. Everything exploded.
Go open side here.
Everything exploded. There it is. Can't explain it any better than that.
I really can't.
Explosion. Good shot.
That was a good time for an explosion if you're Team Jacobs.
Yes. They were in a bit of a pickle.
I don't see this shot. It's not that I don't like this call. It's a great call. I just don't see this shot made perfect very often.
I think I'm good. Bring a little split here. This is like back
line. Hard line.
That's the right speed. You got to risk missing it heavy to really make it good.
Yeah.
Hard line early is trouble, though.
Whoa.
This is gone.
Clean, yep.
It's really coming down.
Yep.
This is almost on the guard. That had to pick.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Watch the shooter. Watch. Yep. Hard.
Good audible. Weird.
What a turnaround, boys. How do you get that one?
I had 13-8 on it.
Very strange.
Very strange.
Events there. Like, that had to pick. EJ's not going to miss that. They thought it was heavy. It ended up light.
Yeah.
And he ended up 3 feet tight.
Yeah.
That looked a little bit more like one of your teammate shots. You know, the U14. What are you, U15?
No, well, we played U15, but my team's all like 13 and 14, and then I'm 12.
Right.
Yeah.
So, double coming. Be great if they could make this on the inside, but it's lined up to make it a little high side. That'll leave the corner guard potentially might roll out, but Team Dunstone thinking blank now, I would think.
Curl. Whoa, straight. Not a boy.
Yeah, it left the corner guard though, so probably going to see some kind of hit and roll, or you could freeze the back, but it's tough to get there.
Yeah.
Try and get this deep here.
Definitely a little curl there.
I think so.
I gave that a good goal.
11-5.
Okay. Might have the same shot here.
So Colton Lott trying to hit and roll behind the corner guard. Colton and Matt played juniors together, Bella.
Really?
They did, and then Colton, I think it's electrician.
Curl.
He went, he kind of didn't quit curling, but stepped away from super competitive curling to get his ticket and go through his apprenticeship and everything. And
straight.
Carpenter, it's some type of trade. Pretty close. That doesn't do anything, Matt. That's just a little spin, but brought the play over towards the corner guard anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, they won two Canadian juniors.
Nose isn't bad, eh? Nose isn't bad.
It's fine, yeah.
Who's shot here?
For nose.
Okay.
I mean, if you
Looks
know
to me
it.
like yellow.
Okay, that's what I thought. I didn't
Drawing,
know,
I think,
but
maybe. I don't know. 11.5.
Okay, sounds good. Expect this to come up a bit, guys. But the speed should be reasonably good.
So Team Jacobs looking for the force now. Keep line 2 as long as possible.
Yes.
Clean. Yep. Whoa.
There's a corner guard, but at least it is red, so if a run back's required.
Yep. No, off.
Big roll now.
Whoa. Okay, good.
Did that create a double?
It sure did.
Shoot.
You could double and roll, actually.
Came down a little.
I'm seeing 9-5.
Just curled more than they thought.
You like out or in?
Yeah.
11-4.
If he makes this and doesn't make the roll, brings in
I'm over-rolling if I throw peel. What's that? I think it has to be a 9-5. Okay.
Blank's very alive, yeah.
runner.
I was going to say that's too much ice. He tightened it up. These haven't been taken off this week inside out yet.
Clean. Clean. Curl. 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 Clean. Curl. Curl. Curl.
Might want to make the double the other way. Didn't even make the double the other way. So we've seen that missed that way often.
Yeah, nose is pretty good. I mean, a little roll.
One rock. Yeah, one rock.
Thinking like this, I like this turn. 10.5.
So just hit and stay and starting to really look like a force here.
I had
Really
10.5 on Colton's. A little more ice.
Don't want to roll broomside here and leave Dunstone a double to stay. That will bring the blank back in potentially.
Just roll it a rock your way, Ty.
Yeah, a rock of over curl.
Yeah.
Not a rock of over curl, that'd be a flash. But
Oh, yeah, no,
a
no.
rock roll on the over curl side.
Yeah.
Should be nice and gradual here.
Big shot this end by Tyler Tardy to get him out of what looked real bad.
Yeah. It was not looking good for Brad Jacobs.
Yep.
He thought he was a little soft there.
Hard Ty. Yeah.
Got it curling early.
Hard Tyler.
This has got to go, not to jam it.
Gotta go.
This is
Keep
big
going.
trouble.
Oh boy.
Oh, you're good.
Oh, perfect.
So close to really bad.
Big sweep from Youngblood there. He even turned his hat straight way around to get that one and got serious. He must just turn around to shoot.
Shoot, yeah. Probably can't see very well.
Okay.
10-6. Is it like 11-5? You good? You were a little minimum set on a really.
What do you like here?
Let's play a weight where we can hit it thin and make the double too.
So like a board waiter.
Yeah.
11-5. Yeah, okay.
Board waiter trying to hit and roll over to the right in front of the red, and like you heard Matt say, if we hit it perfect, which is like a thin quarter, we can make the double, even an eighth of a stone. And then if you make the double and stay in the house, the blank's almost certain.
Yeah.
Which would be great at this point.
Yes.
But make sure we score this end, and even if he gets after it and flashes this, he's still going to have a pretty easy score.
Yeah.
I even think we could have probably.
He is playing for the double, right?
He's playing for the hit and roll right over to
Okay, so
it.
he is.
But with the weight that if he makes, he hits it in the right spot. The unfortunate part about choosing that weight is if he hits it just a hair too thick, it can roll right out. But then still the whole forefoot's going to be open, so no big deal. But first skip stone here, third end, Matt Dunstone. In turn, and EJ's saying he's a little light, and they're sweeping it right out of his hand.
Hard. 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 Whoa. Whoa. Yep. Whoa. Hard. Yep. Hard.
This looks really good.
By the way, Matt. Really nice.
Spin back a little.
Very good.
Almost perfect. Just a hair more curl there, and it would have been absolutely perfect. So
Okay,
there is
know
a.
what this is going to do. This isn't going to do a whole lot. So
Yeah, Brad's right. It's not going to do a whole lot.
Didn't react like
11.5.
Probably a easy board, heavy hack, whatever you want to call it, 11 and a half.
With 11.5.
Good third. Oh yeah, he's pushing thick half, I think.
11.5. Hit like half a rock, thick half. Yeah. What do we want to hit? Like a thick half a rock?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wants to roll past Mark's broom, back 12, so that there really isn't a double for the blank.
You can give me just like a little less. Yeah.
Like that? Few inches in. Yeah.
Last shot of the third for Brad Jacobs here. Con man, Connor, they're going to rely on him to hold the line on this.
Yep.
Watch him sweeping Bella.
Yeah, he
in
has
testing that I've
He does
heard.
it straight leg.
He's the most efficient male sweeper they had in testing for a long time.
Girl, watch the roll here, watch the roll.
That needs to stay in the rings. Needs to stay in the rings. Didn't stay in the rings, Bella.
Now the blank is almost certain. As long as he hits half of this. Or less. Actually, he probably could get away with more because it's deeper in the house.
So we're gonna see a blank here, but yeah, Connor, he's not the biggest guy out there. So when I say efficiency, it's in terms of his relative to his body weight. He gets the most consistent amount of percentage of body weight pressure down. So intern, peel weight. Taking the intern, that guard's kind of in his eye, but he's way better than me, so it'd be in my eye anyway. I'd probably just take the other turn. You only got to roll a foot.
Yeah. Cleaning.
Doesn't sound like he's going to have any trouble. There's way more room than I thought.
Oh, okay.
So we got a blank end, folks, and we're going to come back and see what happens next in the fourth end after a quick break.
It's not changed from that setup. Go. Huh? I had you turn up.
Let me say what's best for me, to feel at ease, to feel happy. Lovely weather with the breeze, the simplest things. Sad love.
Rio Mare. Great taste needs little. Prime quality tuna and selected olive oil. Rio Mare, the real taste of Italy.
We are back for fourth end action. 1-1 after 3. Both teams needing a win. Not needing, wanting. There's a difference between wanting and needing, right, Bella?
Yes, there is. Jacob's record 2-1. And
They are.
Dunstone's at 1-1.
Absolutely.
Alrighty.
You never really know how many losses you can handle, but 2 losses at 3-2, you should be alive.
Okay.
4-1, you're definitely going to get straight in and maybe even a chance to win your pool depending on who you beat and who you lost to.
Right.
2-3, you need some help. But in the past, I believe, don't quote me. You can quote me. In the past, 2-3 has had a chance, but you can also be sent home at 2-3 even without a tiebreaker. So. Back button's no good.
No, it is
not.
not.
No, it stopped just in time.
May just come around our button one a little tougher. May just come around our button one a little tougher.
See if Connor can get this second one. His first one's been no problem.
Okay, I got close.
Getting that second one exactly where they want has been a bit of a challenge so far.
Yep. Hard line. Hard line. Come on, Ty. Hard, Ty. Hard, Tyler. Come on. You got it. Hard. Keep going.
It's interesting how he's more to the side when he sweeps.
On that side of it, yeah, it might not be his best side. I mean, Mark only sweeps on one side, so if you're going to sweep with Mark, you got to sweep on the left side.
Okay.
Because he lefty slider sweeping. Oh, the mustache is in town. I don't know. We wouldn't be watching the Masters while we're commentating, John. That's ridiculous. Johnny Moe's in the house.
Good line. Copy. Good line.
Yeah, we're handled this draw, but we'll need you soon, Johnny.
Okay.
No, wait. Line's great. It's no bounce. It's all there. Line's great.
So great sweep by Tyler Tardy to get that one from Connor to go in a good spot. EJ doesn't look like he loves this one from Ryan. So a little bounce. I don't know if it's enough to make the double.
Make the double with is it 10.5?
I like trying to get to the nose with like board.
The only danger here is you got to throw enough that if you do hit it on the nose, they both don't just
make sure
stay.
we kill one.
Yeah, Mark heard me.
Yeah, so like 11.
Like that?
Oh, he is. He's dialed. Hat backwards, Tardy.
Yep.
Wait's good.
I think that's what he does, just so that his hat is out of his face.
11.5.
For when he throws, so that makes sense.
That totally makes sense. He doesn't always curl with the hat. I know that. He's got a nice flow, and you've seen it before with Team Kui. Real tight to the guard.
Yep, that's the only way we were going to kill one, boys.
Yeah, if that had have hit it where they wanted, those were both staying. Mark's right.
That was the only way we were killing one. He's getting low.
So that, which means that wasn't a great weight choice or a great shot choice because He's fortunate those aren't both in the rings.
Yeah.
Be actually the best result.
Yeah.
Mark's talking himself into it. So trying to stay for a corner and run it in there could get all 3 reds, but I think it might be hard to save the shooter at that point.
Hard shooter.
No, that's pretty good. That backwind jamming's a little unlucky, but not bad. The corner guard's the key. Shot rock with a yellow corner guard in a good spot.
Okay.
He just knows that.
And yeah, you don't really have a choice if you're Team Jacobs.
Roll a rock.
10.5.
I'll be interested to see if Dunstone goes straight around the corner guard. Doesn't look like a blank. There's a lot of reds in the rings, although it is only second
10.
shot.
Clean, 10.
Even if he goes around the corner and goes back 8, I might actually call that.
Yep.
Yeah?
Yeah, then they're not going to play the runner like the double. They're going to probably follow you, and then you're into a bit of a freeze, and eventually it's going to get close to shot rock there. He's trying to play for the blank.
He is?
Right on the nose.
Why hit and roll for the corner if you're not going to use it?
9-5 you threw here?
Yeah, not sure. Dunstone has hammer.
I think you better study up, Bella, because the game's passed me by. I don't know what I'm doing here anymore.
Good weight. Clean. Whoa. Curl.
Needs to make this double to make this shot very useful.
Whoa. Whoa. Straight.
No problem. Great shot there from EJ.
Yeah. Ever roll one rock, make one more double, and then nose plays.
Just got to roll it a hair. 10.5.
Dead on the nose would be in the rings.
A little curl to be found on this side, which is my internal.
Mark's clearly the captain of this squad at the other end. He's doing a lot of the talking. I mean, the veteran of 74 years on tour. Mark's early 40s. Been on tour at the very top level since 2004.
Wow.
Maybe even 2003.
That's a long time. Oh boy.
That's just light.
Go ahead, Brad. Go ahead.
That's not rolling to a good spot behind the corner guard. Yeah, Mark won the Players' Championship. I'm going to say in 2004 or 2005 with Johnny Moe, the mustache man that just leaned over our shoulder.
Seen the intern? Yep.
And then started playing with Kevin Martin in their first Briar was 2007. No, 2007.
Somebody's probably scoring now.
And then he's been top 5 team ever since. Took 1 year off to rehab the old hip. It's got a bit of a complicated curling slide that's hard on the body and hard on my mind. I would fall apart if I tried to do that.
I think I'd probably fall on my face.
Safe to say it's worked for Mark over the years.
Yeah, for sure.
Trying to hit and roll fully frozen here. This is a good looking golf shot.
Perfect.
Spin back, little overroll, but that's pretty damn good.
It looks pretty good to me.
I'm going to say it. Somebody's going to score this end.
Right here.
Oh, I haven't heard that yet.
I know, I hate putting myself out there like that, but this looks like this is a good opportunity for Team Dunstone. No real risk of a steal, and if Mark freezes, there's still room for another freeze.
I believe I heard Mark Kennedy say now I think somebody's scoring, so.
Yeah, I know.
Looks that way.
Yeah.
So Jacob's trying to force Dunstone to 1, and Dunstone trying to force himself to 2. Or more.
I don't.
Yep. Clean.
Sweepers both diving in, and Mark wasn't convinced.
Go ahead, line.
They looked pretty convinced.
Look a little light.
They definitely did.
Go ahead, line.
Go ahead, Connor. Line's good.
Line, hard line.
Hard, guys.
Hard line.
Keep going.
This is curling a lot.
Keep going.
Connor's turn to go end to end.
Get shot. Go.
Keep going.
Keep going.
Oh no.
Good spot, guys. Sorry. Good scrub.
Not very good.
Shot, but
just split in the house here.
what do? You going over there?
Not quite as quick as the others.
Seen anything else? Okay.
Sorry, Kyle.
You could chase that. It would be kind of silly, though.
Yeah.
You never throw this, eh?
That would be really good.
It doesn't stop him from doing this.
White slide is good.
Right? So go ahead.
Can you make that? Does that just make this easier?
Do we try to get half around?
I think we're leaving him a double a lot of the time.
All the time, almost.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's wrong with this? If he makes it, we can still get a deuce out of it. Okay. Back four.
So Maddie's saying if we draw one here perfect, you can't be top above T-line or there'll be a double for Brad, and you have to be second shot or they're going to throw that come around the red one Mark just threw and be hard to get out. But if you're second shot here and they play that come around the red one Mark just threw, then Maddie's going to try and make that run double, and he thinks he can make it, and I would agree. It's not a very long run back, so.
Right here's your spot. No higher than this.
Wait, look. Looks like it's sliding, guys.
You need to pinpoint this one on the distance. The line's not really a concern, but it has to be second shot, and it has to be past the yellow.
It's perfect, guys. Great shot, Cole.
Yeah, it's a good shot by Colton.
It's really good.
Yeah.
I really believe that the mixed doubles game, Bella, has made Colton a much, much better player. He was already a really good player, and it's taken him to very elite now.
Yeah.
Because of all the tough, constant pressure and soft shots and high hard ones, and not having both guys sweeping all the time, you really got to dial it in.
Yeah.
Nose hit's pretty good.
If only I was younger. It made me better too, but it was too late.
Oh no.
Too late for me. So a nose here, I think, is what they're after, and then Matt can't nose it because there'll be a double back. He may have to freeze.
I thought about it. Give him an easy crack.
Clean.
Oh, yeah.
Just clean.
Yep. Clean.
Yep. Clean.
Hard.
Yep.
Right on the nose, I think, is what he's after.
I believe that.
Keep going. Good.
It's true.
Good sweep.
So you see the problem.
Yeah,
thanks. He's gonna nose this, right? Freeze that.
Well, that's why I think you stay like just a hair on this side.
What's that? Each?
Very good.
You freeze it, or you could hit and roll 2 rocks wide side into the GSOC logo, and there wouldn't be a double.
Yeah.
That's possible.
Yeah, we just need to roll probably about a rock.
Yeah. Like that.
Both very precise.
Yeah, it's either this or the. But he knows this. We don't have room for two anyways. He might actually get an angle where it always goes into here. And if we shot, it's big trouble. Yeah. Worst case, we gotta drop fully. Okay. Is this easier with the intern?
I think they've decided on the hit and roll. You could do that, but then they force him to freeze.
I'm not against that.
That seems silly to me.
He misses 3 ball. It's really hard.
Yeah.
I kind of like the freeze.
I mean, we might even be able to make this.
Yeah.
Yeah, freeze on the center line side somewhere, and then it might line up dead wrong where you can blast it off the yellow, but you're still going to get your single all the time. And if it goes into the red or he makes a little mistake, you're going to get an easy deuce.
Right.
You try this hit and roll perfect, and you miss it by a half an inch, and then he makes the double, and you got to draw the 4-foot against 3. If you make it perfect, it's the best shot. They'll give you 2. I think.
I think so too.
Yeah. Let's be aggressive with this.
Yeah, I want to just get it to here.
Let's be aggressive with this was Maddie's last comment. So I don't think rolling out of the 8-foot is awesome, but I guess nose is not good.
Yeah.
Brad would not miss that double very often if he knows it.
That's a little too much ice, Colt.
Like that?
Yeah. 11.5. How's that look to you at 11.5? Okay, inch more.
Nice and hard, nice and thick.
11.5 seems to be the weight of choice out here, right around board weight. It's the one they can control the most with the brushes. These used to be known as the Brush Brothers.
Oh yeah. I remember
TSN Vic Router named them the Brush Brothers.
Easy. Whoa, curl. Curl. Clean. Curl.
Sounds close.
Yep. Oh, no.
Perfect.
Really good
Just
shot.
perfect. All that chatter for nothing. Let's just make it perfect.
Pound it so that it goes dunk dunk.
Well,
No
to get
chance.
rid of it,
Dunk dunk.
maybe.
I don't see it, but
I'll throw in the end here, buddy. Right there, yeah.
he's going to throw a rocket here.
Yeah.
With extra spin, probably, and Brad's going to make a liar out of me. He might be able to do that, actually. He doesn't have to move
Pick
it.
off 2/3.
He only has to move it like
Intern.
a rock.
Okay. So you're taking the make or the miss?
Well, I said it was impossible, so I think he's going to make it.
Left.
Funny, funny.
This one's going to have some speed. Should we time this one?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay, let's see.
Problem is I can't see the close hog line other than on the monitor. All right. Here we go. Final skip stone for Team Jacobs. Big shot in this game. A deuce here would give Team Dunstone good control here.
You're right.
I missed it. After all that, I choked.
Hard! Hard! Hard!
This is real thick.
Yeah, this is
Really thick.
too thick. It was
good try, Cups.
close, just too thick, I think.
Just another 200 feet of weight, and he makes the double straight away.
Yeah.
I
You-
actually don't. I think I might have been right.
Yeah.
Which hardly ever happens in our house, as you know. Between you, Skyla, and Mommy, I'm like never right.
Yeah, you were right. It looks like he added a little bit more rotation on that one. It was quite fast, like a lot
of speed, right? So an open hit here for Matt Dunstone. Simple but very important.
Yes.
And a well-earned deuce. Some really good rock placement there. Colton drawing to the spot. The fellas, Harnden brothers, putting it right where it needed to. Matty with the perfect hit and roll.
Okay.
All set up. Not all set up, but Mark just a little light on that come around freeze and got them into trouble here and couldn't get out.
Yeah.
Final stone, fourth end, to take a 2-point lead into the half. The Sheriff.
Clean. Yep. Yep.
It's also used to have T-shirts. Dunny, they call him, and said Dunny is money.
Really?
Dunny is money. Loves the big shots, and he's not going to miss this one.
No.
That's going to be two big ones on the board for Team Dunstone and a 3-1 lead going to the fourth end break. We'll take 3 minutes, and we'll be back for the second half action.
Let me say what's best for me. To feel at ease, to feel happy. Lovely weather with the breeze. The simplest things. Sad love.
Rio Mare. Great taste meets little. Prime quality tuna and selected olive oil. Rio Mare, the real taste of Italy.
When you've conquered another game, a long day, a job well done, and the final work call, we're your place. Come as you are and fit in comfortably. Mr. Mike's. Eat locally, enjoy casual.
welcome back to the 5th end after the 4th end break. It's 3-1 for Dunstone. And yeah.
That's where we're at.
Yeah, that is.
So if we do the math, Jacobs is losing at the moment.
Yes, he is, by 2.
Could really use a deuce here. Only 4 ends left, so don't think he wants to blank any ends at this point. Don't want to waste any scoring opportunities. Can't afford to give up a steal, so it's, you know, probably going to see a corner guard. And
14-7.
Yeah, we're still.
Flip side, Dunstone's fine with blanks at this point. Let's get some ends passed by here, and let's keep this 2-point lead as long as we can.
Yeah.
4.
What do you think 4 stands for?
Yeah, that's a good question, Bella. And so historically, the first team to really use the number system was Randy Furby.
Okay.
And they went to 1 to 11. So 1, 2, 3 was high guard, medium, tight. 4, 5, 6 was top 12, top 8, top 4. 7 was kind of T-line. 8, 9, 10 was the back 3 in the house, and 11 was just through the rings, just enough to kill it.
Okay.
I think, and I don't know this, but I'm fairly sure I'm correct here. I think probably Team Jacobs had a conversation this year and said, this team's all about precision.
Right.
So we're going to nail the weights, we're going to nail the spots, the speeds, so we're going to create our own. It causes us to be more precise. A 4 is a tight guard, so they've got 4 guard weights.
Okay.
They don't really talk too much about like in the rings. They just talk about 1, 2, 3, 4 in the guard zone, in the free guard zone, I think. So 4 is a tight guard.
Okay.
Want to be full 8. Always cold.
We should ask Coach Webby.
Yeah.
Perfect.
He's not here. He only goes to the big time events. He's smart. Probably couldn't manage extra time away, being away for the last kind of 5.5 weeks. So.
Yeah.
Let's go with the stack here. Throw a 2, Con.
So 2, yeah, higher guard.
And he said 2.
So that's better than just over, but.
Yep.
Good pair there by Ryan Harnden, lined up. Something that Team Jacobs is going to have to deal with eventually if they want to back in this game. And Team White is just laying a beat down on Team Mallett, Bella. What do we think of that? 5-1. The unbeatable team's getting crushed.
That's crazy.
Team White needs this win too. Maybe a little Scottish friendship going on though. That never happens.
No, it doesn't.
That's obviously a joke. Muscadovitz up 4-3 on Hostley. And Fujisawa up 2-1 on Tiranzoni. Tight check and match there. Good shots by Connor.
Yeah.
And did they ask EJ to go in the house here?
Yes.
Or probably right in again or tight guard?
I missed that actually. I thought it was like.
What's wrong with EJ's biceps? Why are they busting through his shirt?
Go ahead.
He's in his 40s. You're not supposed to look like that.
Halfway. Curl.
He's got kids.
Yeah.
Curl. Gotta go.
So I believe they called it tight guard here.
A little bit light. Don't want to leave him to hit and roll behind the corner, but that's a hell of a sweep. And
yeah.
I think it was mostly EJ's yelling that got that one there.
I think so.
I was just thinking like back line. Okay.
I think so.
Come around here, just move this.
He's never going to get to use the corners that way, but okay.
Back line.
Okay, back line.
Could run it. Mark's saying you never get to use their corners that way. I wouldn't say never, but that yellow center guard's kind of making it so you're never going to draw around it, because you draw through there, it's going to come open the other side probably.
Right.
Whoa, he kept his hat on forwards. He forgot, and now he couldn't see, and he's going to hit the guard.
Oh man. It's all about the hat.
Maybe not. Mark's going to work.
Whoa, curl. Whoa, curl, curl.
That wasn't that close to the guard, actually.
No, good sweep by the Ken Cat, and he's not very heavy either.
Okay, good.
No.
That bump to right in the hole.
Good sweep, yeah.
Seems good, but this isn't great. If they make this hit and roll.
Yeah.
Roll it dead, Barry.
Right onto this M and Slam of Grand Slam of curling. So Bella, do you know, and for any new viewers, which hopefully we're tracking lots, do you know how and why the Grand Slam started?
I don't actually.
So back in the early 2000s, I believe the first Slam season might have been 2000, 2001.
Okay.
And it started because the players were getting a little bit fed up with not being able to wear sponsors, not making any prize money
right
at the Briar in Canada and things, where Briar was clearly making a lot of money, selling out 15,000 seat arenas, and we couldn't even wear our sponsors, let alone get any prize money. So the top players got together, led by Kevin Martin, Glenn Howard, and those types of guys.
Top 4 over here, but
And they said, you know
Still
what?
think this rock's a problem.
We need to create
You can
our own
also
events.
like run, but
And they got some help from IMG Sports, who was in the sports marketing
on this?
business, and they created the Grand Slams. And
sure,
to
I like
do
that. Yeah.
they needed agreements amongst the top, 14 or 15 teams, or end up being 16, that they would not play in playdowns. They'd give up 2 years. Well, they didn't know how many years it was going to be. They would stop playing in the Briar.
Really?
They would boycott the Briar and show them, look, you need us. The players are important. And so they made it happen.
Okay, Mark.
Uncle Pete Stesky was one of the originals.
Wow.
And they made it happen. And then all of a sudden, within about a couple of years, all of a sudden there was the Canada Cup. There was a prize money, and you could wear some sponsors at this Canada Cup. And all of a sudden there was prize money at the Briar by 2006.
Wow.
And the players ended up being welcomed back after 2 years. But we owe a lot to the Grand Slams. And a lot of these youngsters, I don't even remember all of the details of the story. And I was just out of juniors when this was all going down. I was probably 21. And I know that anytime it comes up and I'm around any of those original Slammers, I thank them. There's not very many left, but Cliffy was one of them. Uncle Pete.
Line's great.
Stoughton, Burtnick,
Want to be a little higher than
Team
EJ on this line.
McCauley in BC maybe gave up more than anybody. They were the reigning
Step,
Briar
step,
champion.
you
I
gotta
believe
go.
they ended up
Hard.
giving up their funding.
Keep going, keep going. Good.
But that's the short version of how this all started, and it all started to grow the
I
game.
think I like throwing something
And
at
to
this,
give the
Mark, where
players
you're
a
like
voice.
clipping all of these.
Because up until then, they
I
really
don't-
didn't have one.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm thinking like
Sportsnet's
board.
been around since day one. They saved the Slams actually when they ran into some financial trouble, maybe some poor management decisions. We don't have to name names,
Board,
but
try to get to
they then took over the Slams and sold
pick
them.
off.
Sold them in the offseason this year to the curling group, and now it's like a rocket ship. We're going to the moon, baby. Maybe to Mars.
Just a little more.
We're going up. I know that. They're taking curling where curling belongs, and that's on the world stage and all around the world. And we need some professional athletes in this sport.
Whoa, whoa!
Tough shot here for Mark, and getting late in the end. Need to get shot soon, and they're at least 2 shots away from that. So
Really gotta go.
got to move some stuff around here. Can't just jam this there.
Shot.
Hard tie, hard tie.
Not bad.
Shot, Mark.
Good sweep, guys.
Yeah. Now do you just play the hit and roll?
Well, if you knew you were going to make it, yes. If you don't make it, then Mark's going to come down and chip and roll and get shot.
Okay.
You could guard.
We roll in front of it.
Shot.
What's he do if we guard? Okay, let's guard then.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he probably throws through the other hole.
You guys are seeing this? He can never go out turn here, right? He's playing this. Yeah. Okay.
But then you have the double off the red. I don't know. I don't think they talked that fully through.
Kind of wait. 10-5.
This is great if you knew you were going to make it, but if he knows it, Mark's going to be able to come down and make a wall and get shot.
Yeah, that's not good. If you're Dunstone.
Colton's been close on everything, though, so he can make this roll it right to splitting center or just even biting center. Really good result.
Not the funnest
Curl.
Doesn't sound great, but
Lead,
EJ
curl.
moves the rock as well as anybody.
Curl. You gotta keep going. Gotta keep going.
And I think maybe he wouldn't admit it now, but I think Wushu now knows how good of a sweeper EJ is.
Yeah.
When you have something, and then you don't have it anymore.
Yeah.
Throw it with some weight.
Yeah.
Well, if you nose it, you can get rid of 2 yellows. Would be nice to kind of roll edge on edge, eh? I like peel, Mark.
Well, I do think Peel's the weight, guys.
You can throw peel, eh?
Yeah, I like Peel. Just trying to hit it a little bit low.
I'll give you middle.
Peel a hair across the face, make a double and roll under a bit. Gonna leave the middle one's gonna jam right on the button, isn't it, Bella?
Yep, I would say.
And the red one's gonna roll in front. And if Matt then decided to guard, how would you get it out, depending on where this red rolls to? Don't want to roll it right under. I think that would be bad.
No. Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. Clean. Whoa. Curl. Clean. Curl. Shot.
That's good. Usable. Matty can't guard now because he could make Brad could make the out turn chase.
Right.
Yeah, 11. I think it's 11-5. Yeah.
I think you got
It's too bad Ty didn't make
11-5. I think we can hold it really straight to the spot.
just anything, really.
Well, if he makes this 11.5 and gets too low.
11-5.
Definitely have a little in-turn bump.
Oh yeah, that's
So chance here, if Matt's really precise, to just get across the nose, roll a half rock under, and steel's starting to look likely. Can't hit this on the broom side though, Bella. What happens if he hits it on the broom side?
Then he hits his own yellow.
That would be bad. You don't want to help the other team. That's a hard enough game to win.
Yep, that'd be really bad.
See what the sheriff has here for us. 11.5, enough to kill it. Ideally wants to roll a half a rock, but if he overrolled it, it wouldn't be the worst.
Easy. Whoa. 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 Clean. Clean. Whoa. Whoa. Girl. Clean. Clean.
Likes
Straight.
it.
Whoa.
It's a
Definitely.
line call now.
Yep. Clean. Yep. Straight. Yep. Whoa. Yep. Yes.
That is perfect.
That's really good.
These guys are good at curling.
Yeah. They're just okay, you know?
This, if you tap it, fine. Throw for here. 11-4. Okay, Mark. So.
Mark doesn't love it. He's not even over there.
Wait, what do you mean?
Yeah,
What is he
just
doing?
corner freeze it.
Oh, yeah.
Tap it a foot.
Yeah, this is a really, really hard shot that if you don't get shot rock, they're just going to guard it, and then you're going to have to play a run back for one.
Oof.
But you don't have any option. There's no other shots. No time to blow it up anymore.
No.
Right now, I don't think he does. Because I think you should have
14-6 shot.
You do. Or else it's too much weight. Probably just take it.
Basically a draw and then let the boys do the rest for you.
Yeah.
First skip stone for Brad Jacobs. Here in the fifth then. Tight for line's no good.
That's
line
really,
sucks.
Yeah.
Cops hates it.
Okay.
That's never good. When he stands up and says, okay.
Curl.
Oh boy, he's already there.
I like Brad. I'm going to say that one picked. That had to pick.
Yeah.
Or he fell asleep at the wheel. Like this.
That's really not great.
That is not Brad Jacobs kind of stuff right
It
there.
really isn't.
Yeah, I'd love to make that.
See if he tells us. Nope.
It'd be a lot of fun. Yeah.
Get right into here.
We know exactly how to make this.
So you got to play that shot.
It's also good. Yeah.
I think. Yeah. Middle. Yep.
So they're already stealing one if they just threw a guard. I don't see how Brad gets shot rock out other than some kind of crazy double raise on the corner guards.
Yeah.
If they do what Brad was doing, just freeze right on it,
Yeah.
they're guaranteed to steal one. And if they can get mostly buried, which is possible, this spot curls.
That's what we're thinking of T14.
Oof.
It's not looking great for Brad Jacobs so far.
So what are the things, I mean, he's thinking about, I need to make this, but I can't be what?
Heavy.
Can't be heavy and chap off. So
If
instead of
anything-
thinking don't be heavy, he's going to be thinking, let's throw this tight guard top 12.
Yeah, and let the sweepers
And the
take
sweepers will take care of the rest. You start thinking don't be heavy, what happens?
it. Then you're super
Super light. Right. Well, I wasn't heavy. I told myself not to be heavy. So final stone here and a huge opportunity for Team Dunstone, Team Coyote.
Line's good.
Sounds like they like it.
Got a bit of room right now.
A little bit heavy, a little bit of room. Easy
Line's good.
EJ, he can make it
He's gotta curl a little
jump.
bit.
Still has to curl.
Where is it? Cannot bounce.
Oh, this is cardinal sin stuff. Oh no.
Oh no, that's pretty good.
It's not bad.
Could have been a bit better.
Yeah, just need the weight's close, but just a little heavy. Needed to be able to sweepers be able to manipulate it a bit better.
Yeah.
Board, I think is the way.
But it's not horrible.
As close to nose as we can.
No, the only way to steal 3 is do that. Because if you made it perfect, he was probably just going to hit it and stay. Wow, we wouldn't even know how to do that. Could tick the top here. There is a shot for a single here, though. Brad needs it to keep this game really within reach.
Yeah, since the score is 3-1 for Matt Dunstone.
That is a lot of ice. I think Brad's right. If you need a little bit of speed here, like hit and roll to the side of the forefoot.
Maybe an inch less. Yeah.
Probably 11.5, even 12. Tough shot here for the man they call Cups.
Mm-hmm. Where did that come from?
Jacobs.
Oh. I get it now.
I think there's other stories, but that's what we're going with.
Okay, perfect.
You sit down with the boys from the Sioux, and they've got some stories from their childhood together as family, and this one needs to curl. Got a carver con.
Hard, keep going. Good try, Cups.
Good shot. Steal a 1 for Team Dunstone, and a 3-point lead after 5 ends, and Team Jacobs has dug themselves a hole. We'll see if they can dig themselves out when we come back after a quick break.
Did you get a time on that, Mark?
11-2.
Yeah, good weight.
Good weight.
When it comes to the game we love, having the right gear makes all the difference.
Gold Line's new curling shoes and brooms are a game changer.
The shoes, unbelievably comfortable.
And the brooms, lightweight and effective, giving you control on every sweep.
When I step onto the ice, I'm not just prepared, I look sharp.
Have you seen these shoes? They are a game changer.
And the brooms, light as a feather.
It's a Gold Line.
It's a Gold Line.
It's a Gold Line.
And is the choice of champions.
Yeah, I can't.
We're back, and Team Jacobs has some work to do. Down 3. Good news is they do have the hammer. Playing the ever-important 6th end here. Round-robin action. Team Dunstone 1-1. Team Jacobs 3-0. So you heard both teams, or we at least heard both teams, Bella, telling us their plan.
Yeah.
They're going to stack them in the middle, it sounds like. At least that's what Mark and Brad think. And they're going to play something aggressive and something offensive on Tyler's first one. Didn't get as much out of Tyler's as they needed to last end. Stacking 2 and throwing a guard, Maddie says to EJ. I think that makes some sense.
I think so, especially up 3.
Yeah, they don't want to give up 2 here, but they're okay with it.
Yeah.
And hammer going to 7 up 1. If they could force here, this would be real nice.
Curl distance, Mark. 16 and a half. Yep. Good shot. Oh, boy.
Good start from Connor. See what Pete's got. Try and stack them in a line. That's what they say, stack them. They just line them up.
Right on the nose, right?
Little tighter line.
Yeah, right on the nose in terms of line, and probably about a rock and a half or two rocks short of it would be ideal.
Okay.
Full eight's our spot.
You're there by itself right now.
Got room now. Pull.
Wave's perfect.
Pull. Right to here.
We're right to it.
Hey, good shot.
Really good shot.
Good pair there by Pete.
Here. Probably need like here.
So now they're going to stack the corner guards, so line them up in a line. And then the seconds are going to go a long way in determining, especially Tyler's shots and whether the sooner you can flip to offense, the better. And the only way to flip to offense is do something with those 2 in the middle.
Line's good.
Yeah.
Can't leave
marked,
them there.
I think. Have a look. Looks like it's flying.
Well, they're not stacking the card.
No, they're not. It's trying something different, which doesn't.
Good sweep.
Real good.
Which makes sense to me because the other way is not really working if you're checking the scoreboard.
Good shots.
Tight. Okay, line's a hair tight.
Tight.
Okay, line's good.
Don't want
tight. Line's good. It's always peak.
Yeah, we're bottom side logo.
Okay, high as you can on this line.
Pushing, no, right on the logo.
Clean.
It's really coming down.
16 and a quarter.
Whoa.
Definitely an overcurl a little bit.
Very good.
Pretty good guard. Overcurl
like
just a
back
tiny
four.
bit. And
Perfect
now,
speed, right? Very
Yeah.
usable. So what are they
The
doing
other
now, Bella?
shot is
I believe they're coming up to
a
the
little more
yellow,
weight, trying to just do that.
to the
I like
yellow
that.
one, and
Yeah, okay.
tapping them back, kind of moving
If
them
you hit-
around a
if you
little
hit
bit.
the top one too, that's okay, I think. So
Yeah.
listen, throw like
Got to be
I don't know,
just through the
13.
rings. Yeah, it's got to be through the rings.
Yeah.
Hit a quarter of this, spread those yellows around a little bit, get at least one of them behind the tee line. Key shooter here. Shooter buried behind the red
Yes,
corner
that's
guard.
a very big key here.
Lefty in turn.
Clean. Yep.
Weight's good.
Hard.
Tyler needs to come up with one here for the fellas.
Yep.
Yes,
yeah, gotta
he
go. Yep.
does.
Still got it. Keep going. Keep going.
Whoa. Yep. Still go. Red.
Actually overcurled. Maybe that's a little light probably, but
Yeah, pretty good outcome.
doesn't move them out from behind the guard is the problem, and the shooter didn't get buried.
You
So
like 10-5?
Okay outcome.
okay, outcome. You change your vote.
I did change my vote.
That's fair. Not bad, but
No, it's not horrible.
starting to look a little like last end, where Team Dunstone just made a whole bunch of perfect hit and rolls, and Team Jacobs never got shot rock last end, if I remember correctly.
I think you're right.
It's hard to score if you never get shot,
It is a bit tricky if
Right,
you're never
according-
shot.
according to the rules.
Yeah, according to the rules, if you're not really shot, you can't really score.
Ooh, this is close to the guard. Oh, good sweep there. Good enough. Didn't want to allow him to freeze on that back one. That was Brad's next shot if he could, so
Yeah,
soft double.
yeah.
Normal.
Seems
You
like a
don't need
lot of
keel.
weight.
Normal. You're trying to hit like a third. If you hit a thick quarter, like that's good. Normal.
Seems like a lot of weight. The key is the shooter ending up there. I don't even care if you kill the second one, so this needs to be pretty close to the guard or else you're going to hit it too thick.
Right.
Clean. Whoa. Clean. Yep. Hard.
You almost never want
Hard.
to hear curl
Whoa.
here because that
Clean.
means it's wide.
Curl.
Yeah, it just has to be thrown perfect, and it sounds like they like it. Good shot there.
Very good.
Even pumps that one behind the corner guard. I like that shot by Tyler. That's a big one. Needed it. So they're probably just going to pick this through the hole.
Pick this.
Sliding between guards.
Roll here.
Great shot. Perfect weight.
I gotta hit it thick to go under or what?
What's that?
Well, as long as we don't jam it into our side one.
It's just half rock here, Colt.
Okay.
You hit a third of a rock, it's through the hole.
Okay.
It's very thin to jam it on the left one as we're looking at it. So
Yeah.
12-5.
What? Sure.
Do you really want to make sure that you don't
Try and hit a
jam?
thin half.
Okay.
12-5. I mean, that tells me they're trying to keep the shooter.
Whoa.
Yep.
Clean.
Need a miss.
Whoa. Clean. Yep.
Mark's right. They need a miss.
Clean.
Maybe
Yep.
a couple of misses would help.
Whoa. Clean.
Dunstone, these guys
Clean.
haven't been very close
Clean,
to
curl.
missing.
Curl.
Whoa.
This is not a miss.
Well done. Attaboy.
Really good shot
It's probably the
by Colton Lott.
spot. It's either one. We'll see what he calls. I'm okay with this.
I think they have to go to the middle.
Even if I'm
I would say.
Anything else, then they might go around the middle and say, screw it, it's getting late again.
That'll be close. Back button, guys.
thinking 14
Just for the line I was on, it was good. Are you scared of it getting eaten up?
So wants it to go straight to the freeze on the back one, I believe. Kennedy's in turn.
Hold on.
Clean.
Room.
Clean for line.
Line's good.
Clean. Yep. Hard line. Hard line. Whoa. Clean for line. Clean. Yep.
Sounds and looks
Whoa.
pretty good here.
Yep. Weld it. Yep.
For
Hard.
the first time in 25
A
minutes,
little more.
Team
Whoa.
Jacobs is shot.
Yeah.
Good shot.
Good sweep, guys.
Just need a miss now. If
14-4
Colton freezes
I
it
had.
right on there, I'm not sure what you're up to here.
Yeah.
14-4, yeah.
And Jacobs has hammer, right?
Jacobs does have hammer and needs to badly. Single here is not good enough. 2 or 3
Yeah.
would be great.
Right now, it's not looking great.
I feel like this is not a game winner, but real close to a game-winning shot here. Anything but heavy here.
Curl.
No, good scrub.
Curl.
Just give these guys a chance to make it perfect, and Ryan's got it going here. Be careful.
Clean, straight.
Be careful.
Straight. Got to go all the way to this. Whoa, 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 whoa.
This is perfect.
What a shot.
Super well done.
Play this,
Could have
Mark.
curled right to the nose, but
If you could touch it a bit, that'd be good.
I think my first gut was my out turn here.
Just like back button.
so this could get dicey if Mark can make a good one here. Could get interesting for us though, Bella. That's the good news. Like, we got no horse in this race. I don't win any more or less depending on the outcome of this game. You got any side bets or anything?
No,
me neither.
nothing.
So
It's right on my draw the button path.
let's cheer for interesting ends and great shots.
Yeah.
Try and get to a 3/4, 7/8, and if you could bounce it 6 inches on 7/8 of it,
Clean.
Dunstone's gonna have to make a really precise draw.
Yep. Hard, Dan. Hard.
Uh-oh.
Hard.
This is gone is right.
Just got
Hard. Still, you got to bounce it a bit. All
completely.
right. Good.
Lock another one on.
Good. He's lying.
Yeah,
Did you
lying.
chip that one?
Yeah.
That's just not knowing if a path is going to be that fresh. That's gross.
I think that's.
Well, do we want to keep it a little bit on the high side then? Because if we're on the nose with this angle, they're all going to fly.
I bet you.
Yeah, so there is a red runner here to lie to. If
Actually, yeah.
Mark, I'm not sure why they're coming in here. I don't. Maybe there's 2 angle raises, but I wouldn't be against guarding that red one.
Like that.
I think we want to stay a little high on.
Killer instinct coming out here though in Dunstone, feeling the momentum and feeling an opportunity here.
14-8 on cold.
Wants to get, if you could, right to the nose. I still think the runner coming in, even if you get to the nose, he can probably almost lie 2. I really don't like this call actually.
Like if you play that one, all we'll have left is that.
I think it might be best to be like a rock short of yours here. If it's frozen on it, I think they can. One of those red ones coming in can get all the yellows.
Yeah.
You see that too?
Yeah.
Normal to get the 2 yellows spinning.
Yes. And get this. I mean, the 6 get that back maybe.
Do you think you can beat me one-on-one yet?
No.
No?
No.
Well, that's good to hear.
Go ahead. Little bit of line. Hard line.
Hard line.
Line's good.
Yeah, line.
Hard line. Line's great.
Line's good.
Line's
They go
great.
for speed, maybe. They like it
Yep.
now.
Freeze it up.
Actually,
Keep going. Just keep
Line's
going. Just
perfect.
keep moving.
line looks really good.
Just get
Hard.
it here. Just get it here. Keep going. As far as it goes. As far as it goes. As far as it goes. It's good. It's good. Very nice.
Ah, beauty.
Yeah, see, I think that's better than what they called.
Yeah.
I do. I mean, I'd
Yeah.
love for it to be another rock farther and a a little more curl, but
The 6 back on the 4 and trying to make something.
Compared to what they called, I think that was
Or you're playing the 1 right now.
the
1
best
and 2.
outcome.
I think you're playing the left one here.
Get the 6 into here,
Oh, I don't
right?
think that.
Because we're never losing the shooters.
Yeah.
Well.
Yeah, I like the left one.
Coming back.
Right?
Well, you could, that's the one you can definitely lie to. If you stick it, you're going to be too buried.
How is he going to have an open hit?
Well, you're going to roll. Yeah.
Barely, but I was just thinking normal weight.
So you're thinking normal, just a sliver high.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. It's either that or we're playing this.
I think
Well,
that's
your
the
normal
one.
sliver high isn't bad. It's tough.
I know.
But you got a little bit of.
It's the best
This
chance.
doesn't really help you much, though.
Yeah.
This doesn't help you much to roll into here.
Huh? What draw is he playing? The tap?
The 6 is almost helping you right now, Brad. Like if we're gonna get a 2 or 3, it's if you plant the 1, it's pretty good.
Okay. That's the
You okay
shot.
with that?
Yeah.
You see that?
still think we don't need to whip it.
Half a rock, whatever weight you want.
I feel like half a rock gets into that.
Thick half. Thick half. Just got to get to here.
What kind of weight do you like here?
So the red one on the top of the J in AMJ.
Yeah, I do too.
Angled, looks like a thick half, 2/3, right onto the top button, yellow one, sticks it there, lies 2, and they will be buried. Not easily accessible.
Give me a little more ice than that.
So when we're recapping this game at our dinner tonight, Bella, we got a dinner date after this. We're going to talk about this shot, but only if it's made. If it's missed, I'll forget about it.
Yeah.
But if it's made, this is going to go a long way to getting them right back in this game potentially. This puts 3 onto the table.
Really?
Well, if he sticks it in there, it'll be line 2 buried. It'd be hard for Dunny to get one out, and Brad's still got another shot, so here we go. Team Jacobs needs a big one from Cupsy here.
Close. Clean. Whoa. Yep. Clean. Yep. Yes. Hard. Real hard.
Hard. That's gone. They're just not making enough shots, Bella.
Yeah, they really are.
They're a little confused by the ice. Didn't sound like they hated it. And
Yeah, he's got this for 2.
I'm seeing that, or we're trying to double tap this in
That
here.
curl.
Oh, man.
That's his only shot for 2.
Clean, forget it.
They're great.
clean, forget it.
How do you want to?
It's an out-turn.
Out-turn.
It's like that out-turn draw path.
Unfortunate miss.
Yeah, really tough shot.
Yeah.
But
Max even?
I think so for like a
there was a
high
few
guard.
options if you hit it too thin, 0 options if you hit it too thick.
Yep.
They're just trying to make
See
it, though.
that?
That's not how they're thinking.
Okay.
Or is that too much?
How's that look for a high guard? Ice-wise, you're okay with that? Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, 9
I
and a
just want
quarter.
to make sure, like, we can throw this middle flow that he still doesn't have.
You like this ice?
I think that's good.
Okay.
This will be like 14-3, 14-5 to 2. Yeah.
Just want to guard that same shot, Bella.
Yep.
You see anything else? If you're
I don't.
red, the middle one that Brad was talking about, I think that's only for 1.
Okay, we got room right now. It's got a curl. Where?
Freeze on the nose is fine.
Oh, don't want to line this up, though.
Freeze
Needs
it on
to
the nose.
stay
Yep,
on the...
Straight.
Yeah,
Okay, whoa,
don't...
no.
Don't curl. Don't curl. Okay, pretty hard to get that going back.
Do you think we can ever get it going on this?
Zigzag. That's really hard to get that going. It's probably possible, but
It's hard.
Yeah, I think you can. I mean, I think it's gross, but I think you can.
I think it's gross.
You think you could get that going? Like, get it going on an angle?
It's possible, but it needs to be a rocket because you got to just
Good point,
kind of
Con.
tick it.
I think board is the right weight.
What about the red one on the right side into the top one and make the triple, maybe even the quad? I don't know that middle one's a problem. This one's there with just like a hack weight.
Okay.
You almost want to throw the out turn here so it takes the in turn. So if you hit something on the nose with one turn, Bella, it takes the other turn.
Okay.
So if this was like hack weight, out turn on the nose, it takes the in turn, chips the one off the button and rolls to the side of the button. It'd be shot of the week, maybe shot of the year. Physically, it's possible, even with this turn. Needs to nail the weight and the line. Final stone, 6th end. Team Jacobs needs it.
Clean. Oh. Whoa. Curl.
Keep going, Con. Keep going.
Good try. Try, Cupsy.
1 yellow, another steal for Team Dunstone, and 5-1 lead heading to the 7th. Nothing going Team Jacobs' way, and it's all Team Dunstone to this point, Bella, but 2 ends left to mount the miracle comeback. We're going to come back and see if they can pull it out right after this.
I got a 10-2. But close.
The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out. with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from Saskatoon in December, and the Players' Championship from Steinbeck coming in January. Early bird weekend and full event passes on sale now at gsoctickets.com. Let's rock.
Now. And we are back live in the 7th end. Dunstone leading 5-1. Jacobs is going to need to have a good end this end. Hopefully bring it back.
No question, Bella. They're going to need a minimum of 2 points to even play the last end. You heard them say in the break, let's try and make a deuce. And quite often threes are, Matt's just taking a quick washroom break. I imagine that's why Colton's in the house. Oh, Matt's back. He's fast.
Back.
They're probably going to chip this in the rings, though. I would go high corner guard here if I was Team Jacobs. But they need to make 8 shots in a row here. If they make 8 shots in a row with the hammer up or down by 4, Team Dunstone is almost certainly going to give them a deuce.
Yeah.
And if they make a mistake, 3's not out of the question.
Come on. A little more. Hard mark.
Do you think if this is higher,
Good.
this is now lower, but do you still like the chip shot if it's higher?
Like a 12.
Yeah, I do. It's the idea when it's tighter and you chip it into the house, and then if they don't guard it perfectly, you can hit it.
Oh, okay.
Clean.
Push and board.
Hard. Hard.
Hard, gotta go. Really gotta go.
Hard.
Like solid hack.
Really gotta go.
Come on.
Really gotta
Come
go.
on.
Hard.
Come on,
Hard.
Eads.
Hard.
Oh boy, nice shot.
Well done, Pete.
That's a real good shot right into the rings. So now they have to guard that
Throw, Pete.
tight enough. Like, they're going to try and chase it no matter where you guard this. So
Get right about here.
You do that, good, great sweep.
Connor being asked to put probably a number 3 guard
Got a curl.
right
Curl
in
mark.
front of it.
4-5.
Or
Okay.
5. 5's no good.
No.
We just got a curl.
Yeah.
All day.
See, that's the one I'm talking
right
about.
off,
The
right
only
off,
time
right
they
off,
do
right
that,
off.
if you watch, is when it's heavy. So that tells me
Looks like we're gonna be in
they
it.
have tested and believe that slows it down.
Okay, Con.
Good try, pal.
That is in the rings and in a
across
spot
the
for a
top.
double.
Yeah. Which is not
Into
very
it.
good in this
Like
situation.
3/4 with the out.
Especially if Jacobs Jacobs needs a deuce to keep this game going. So they're going to need to for sure make all these shots from here on out and hope for a few misses by Dunstone.
If this is made, they're going to need some wide open misses.
Yeah.
Didn't quite make it, though.
Close, but not quite.
So another chance to guard that red one up.
You like the guard?
Probably, yeah.
I don't see anything else. Highly, highly unlikely they're getting more than 2 here.
Yeah. Right now. That can always change if there's a few really bad misses.
We got a little bit of room, but
Mine's gonna be okay.
you want to curl it, if anything.
Weight's
Clean,
good.
clean. Clean. You're okay.
Good spot, Tyler.
It's okay.
You're good.
Were they planning to guard that red one? No. Right?
Yeah, trying to guard it, but it's
Okay.
less important now because you just need a guard that's usable.
Right. And that one is now usable.
That's good. Yeah, it's tight enough that if you got around it, it's not an easy chase.
But Dunstone is now peeling the guard.
They're just going to keep peeling guards. They're going to
Keep it open.
guarding, and eventually there'll be a decision to be made, but it's going to be a couple of minutes. Looks like probably going to be a deuce here for Team Jacobs, but Matt might draw earlier, and no need to, though.
Yeah.
So we do have our first final, and Team Mowat taking their first defeat of the week, falling 6-2 after 6 ends to Team White. Team White moves to 2-2, and Team Mowat falls to 3-1. So call that the international pool, minus the Italians. Lot to be decided here. Every game so important, and every game so difficult. Every game you're playing a top 12 team in the world.
Yep.
That's just how the math works when it's the top 12 teams in the world here.
So like this?
That is how the math works.
And only crazy people miss out on the players. Like, nobody says no.
Yeah.
So it is all the top 12 on both sides. Another peel coming.
Hard. Hard. Good.
Sound a little tight, but these don't curl, and Colton throws it so hard.
Did you ever hate that? You ever hate that?
Do you hate that?
I kind of like that.
Try to even them up.
So just T-line over here.
I don't really get it, but it's fine. I mean,
It's just not quite as quick down the middle, but it's close.
And then Dunstone will hit.
he'll hit one of them and roll towards the middle and try and lie two.
Yeah.
And even if he doesn't lie two, then they're going to have to freeze to something and not give a double. I think this is probably one shot early if you're doing this, but it's fine. They're grasping at straws.
Yep.
T-line. Hard. 15. Hard. Yep.
Keep going. Keep going.
Yep, keep going. A little more.
Keep going. Good sweep, fellas.
Good sweep, guys. Good. Good shot, Mark.
Good sweep, guys. That's it.
Probably hit the one that they just threw in.
Yeah, and roll somewhere over there.
Yeah.
I know. Try and roll this in with Peel. Yeah. Get beside it.
Do you think Peel is a lot of weight here?
Is it an out turn or in turn?
You're throwing it harder so they can roll flatter.
Oh, okay.
If you threw it lighter, it would roll right into yours.
Right.
You might, with Peel, be able to roll right across the top of the yellow, and even if you touch it, as he said, it'll roll up a bit and towards the red.
Right.
Trying to get everything close together so that it sets up a double and just pushes the stake all the way through the life of Team Jacobs in this game.
Us.
Uh-oh.
Okay, good.
Not bad.
That works.
Yeah, it doesn't change much. It wasn't far off.
Yeah.
Are we freezing?
I thought he was going under.
What are we doing? It's never more than a deuce, but bang a shot.
You do the same thing.
Oh no, it's been never more than a deuce for about 10 minutes.
Freezing?
Like,
Yeah.
this is never more
Well,
than a
you
deuce
could.
when you threw your first two in the rings.
Just get a little low.
I like that shot. What turn do you like, Mark, for the freeze?
Yeah, I don't know Ty. It would probably be the out.
So yeah, in that case, you want to be on this side slightly, right?
That'd be an outside.
The other men's game, Team Muscatowitz
So,
gets a
full
big
four.
2 points in the 6th end to go up 6-4 on Team Holsley, heading to 7 and
I feel like that should be
3-3.
enough.
Tiranzoni Fujisawa in a really close game there.
Just a sliver more than I just gave you?
Looks like Fujisawa, no, Tiranzoni has hammer in 7, so as expected, lots of great games all week, and we're just getting going, Bella.
Yeah.
Are you here for the playoffs?
Yes, I am.
Oh, wow. A little Toronto weekend.
Mm-hmm.
You skipping school?
Stay close.
No.
Stay
Got
close.
room.
What day is it?
You got
Thursday.
room.
No school on Thursday in Winnipeg?
No, I do have
If
school on
that's
Thursday.
What you have,
I just don't have school
you're by still.
tomorrow.
You're by still.
Okay.
Yeah.
You want to be here.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
You want to be here. You want to be here. Whoa, 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 whoa. You're good there. You're good there. Okay.
That's not good.
That actually is a good audible, but
Sorry, fellas.
at least it's buried, but there is
Long
a
way.
Yeah, I think we just nose it.
nose and then there's no double. And
Definitely a little slower to the wings, like even on your corners.
Guarded, I guess, then, right?
For those faster.
still trying to figure out the speed. And
I think that's our fault.
Okay.
Fast. I thought maybe back 4 there when I let it go, but
It's gonna freeze.
Auntie Heather says hi.
Okay.
Says you're doing well.
Oh, hi.
Time out.
Time out here for Dunstone. Want to make sure they make the good decision here. I think nose is a good decision.
Why, what if we know?
just slid good.
Can you freeze here?
Good, guys.
Get rid of it?
We looped. That's what you wanted, people.
Yeah.
What's Oh, loop.
No, we'll be high.
Looped around the one on the button.
And then
Oh, okay.
So Dunstone's worried if we nose this and he makes a good freeze, we can't hit the back one and we might not be able to get the top one out. So you could just hit and roll over there. That's not a bad call. And if you make it perfect, right, line it up would be great. Even if you leave it double, there's going to be a double back. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Seems overly complicated.
Yeah. Just worried he freezes something and like if he's here, we can't get rid of it. But then it's just a
Who is Dunstone's coach?
This is Caleb Flaxey.
Oh, yeah, I know him.
Used to coach Team Jacobs back in the day, and then he coached Gushu for a little bit. And he's in high demand, obviously. Those are some good names to coach in Canadian curling. Good golfer. Pretty solid mustache running today, too.
Oh, yeah?
Probably a little crunchy here.
Yeah, he played college golf in the U.S.
Yeah, I'm going to see that.
Impressive.
9-5.
Right. Unless we just nose back.
Can't really throw this. You could throw the freeze on the tube, and it doesn't. No. He's landing 1 and 2.
So I think they decided on the nose hit.
Yep.
If he does nose, I think Brad's going to have to try and freeze.
Clean. Yep. Right to it. Gotta go.
Accidentally made the hit and roll, and that's going to roll to a good spot.
Good sweep by, I think it was EJ.
Yeah.
And Pete and
that would be Pete
Ryan.
holding that one. That was an intern.
Oh,
so
yeah.
EJ holds the out turn.
Weight was good. I got 9-6.
So
Is there ever a shot here now? There is. Yeah.
tap it to a pocket, and both reds would be pretty protected.
Yep.
Tap it to a pocket, though, and if there's no raised double or anything, you can't get more than 2 anyway.
Right.
Yeah,
whatever. That's fine. What's the best spot here?
But 2 is really not enough, though. They know down 2 without, they have almost no chance. Down 1 without, they have a slim chance.
Yeah.
So trying to find a way to make a 3 possible.
Yeah. Because right now it's definitely not possible right now. 2 is still looking really like 2 is a good outcome here.
Try there. I don't know.
Desperate times for Team Jacobs. Trying to just tap this, probably a rock and a half.
Just move it back like a foot and a half.
Yeah, and then stay on the broom side, and the top one will be tough to remove. The back one will stay pretty buried, and
I think perfect is tapping it.
the way it's going, I would guess he's going to tap this a little high and a little too far and just leave a hole, and Matt will make the nose double on the reds, and that'll be all she wrote. That'd be my prediction.
Okay. Let's see.
Yeah, I think if we're able to pull the red, he's got nothing.
I like the weight too.
Okay. Line's a little tight.
Hard then if it's light.
Hard line. Hard line.
Hard tie. Hard tie. Keep going.
Hard tie. Keep going.
This is that spot that earlier that Brad threw on real bad, and I think he's got a soft intern going right now. This isn't close.
No, it's really not.
Weight's pretty good, too.
Yeah.
Is that close?
Okay.
Is that close? A little frustration from old Cups.
And I think they all really quite liked the weight there. I think it just was a bit of a soft release and over curled.
Started curling early. You need to get it running straight out here out of your hand, or else you really have no chance. I mean, they're thinking about this again, and
I think so.
I don't know, man. You hit and stay, and it might be a triple if you nose it, so you got to roll under. But
yeah, try and roll this under. You're just trying to line it up so all the yellow is always going back into the center.
What kind of weight?
I see an intern 10-5.
Is there a double here?
11-5 I threw in the
on the reds, he could rip the double. Yes, that's another option. This one's a little bit easier, though. Just hit and stay, hit and roll towards the broom.
Okay.
If they do nose it,
like this ice.
there would be a triple.
Probably minimum.
But it would have to kind of get across the top of that back red one. There are spots where it could jam, but remove the red off. That's rule number 1.
Operational
and roll
number 1.
Right to where the broom is, or even a little farther, as Maddie said, line it up on the back red.
I think
like
you want to get it to center line.
That's pretty. Even roll past center is good.
Right.
Not to stick, no.
Yeah, Caleb does have a nice mustache going right now.
Looking solid. Not Johnny Moe good, but pretty
no,
good.
yeah, not quite as
Second
good.
best one I've seen today.
Clean. Yep, clean. Yep. Whoa, clean. Clean. Yep, yep. Yep, yep. Gotta go. Hard, hard.
Oh, he's going to lead him a triple potentially. No,
Nope.
that's perfect.
That's really good.
Yeah, lined it up exactly like he said, and that's lights out in Twinkletown.
Yes, it is.
What's that?
There's no triple and stay. There's no triple at all.
Hit it on the nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Right? There's no shot, right?
No, but they get one if you hit it on the nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. The only way to score is a rocket just past this one on the left-hand side and ticking up. And that,
like 10 and a half on the
I'm
nose.
surprised they're not trying that
more,
even for
more.
2. I mean, they're never going to get it out of the top of the rings, but at least they have a chance to score.
That's almost like throw it.
Right now they're playing to give up a steal of 1.
Yeah, they just know they have to throw this rock, and Brad's already checked out of here.
Yeah.
Tough game for Team Jacobs, but Team Dunstone is impressive.
Yes, they really are.
I don't really remember a shot they missed. Early, maybe a couple, but
They missed, but nothing bad.
Yeah, okay, good luck. Yeah.
and that's a victory for Team Dunstone, and they're marching towards the playoffs, and Team Jacobs falls to 2 losses and need to find their mojo. That was a struggle for them, but all the credit to Team Dunstone. Thanks for tuning in to Home Team Live and checking out the Grand Slam of Curling for Brent and Bella Lang.
Yes.
We're signing off. Thanks for joining us, Bella. Did you enjoy it?
I did very much.
All right. Well, I think you've done well enough. We may have you back another time, but
Oh my goodness.
we'll see. It's a tough seat to get. Everybody wants in this
It
booth.
is.
So thanks for tuning in, folks. We will see you tonight for the night draw at 7:30. As always, all 4 draws on Home Team Live. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you soon.
The rock faces around Lake Tahoe are legendary. But this fall, new ones will emerge in the Tahoe Basin. Pullman, Moe, Gushu, and more. November 4th through 9th, the Grand Slam of Curling's first ever event in the U.S. is coming to Lake Tahoe, where the greatest rock stars on earth unite for 6 days of incredible curling, celebrity appearances, and après curl parties you won't want to miss. Get your tickets at theGrandSlamOfCurling.com. Let's rock.
The 2025-2026 Grand Slam of Curling schedule is out, with big events happening all over Canada, like the Masters heading to London in September, the Tour Challenge from Nisku this October, the Canadian Open from Saskatoon in December, and the Players' Championship from Steinbeck coming in January. Early bird weekend and full event passes on sale now at gsocktickets.com. Let's rock.
Stood at the pinnacle of curling and battled in the most intense games.
Out on the ice, there's no room for compromise.
And when the pressure's on, every millimeter counts.
It's not just a game.
It's about maximizing performance,
Pushing limits.
Seizing victory.
When victory hangs in the balance,
I know what I'm relying on.
it's a gold line. It's a gold line.
it's a gold line.
And it's the choice of champions.